All right, here we are. It is the grand finals of the High School Star League winter season 2016. We've got Scarsdale High School up against Cupertino High School. We're right on into this draft. We see the first bands come out from both teams. We are here in 7.0. And we see Bounty Hunter, Darkseer banned out by Scarsdale, Oracle, and Huskar banned out by Cupertino. So, Underlord, the first pick for Scarsdale. First two picks coming out from Cupertino are Jakiro and Juggernaut. And being that this is my first game casting 7.0, it's going to be a journey. Try and call these drafts, try and get these calls right, and kind of get everything new in there. So we've got Jakiro, we've got Juggernaut for the side of Cupertino, and Underlord, now Ancient Apparition for Scarsdale. So, for the side of Scarsdale, we see Underlord, Ancient Apparition. Underlord, I've seen it a couple times in a little bit of competitive play since 7.0 has come out. We usually see Underlord in an off-lane role. So, Scarsdale, they've got their off-laner. They've got a support for Cupertino. Maybe that Juggernaut's going to be going mid, and Jakiro is going to be that first support. So we see the next bands, Invoker, Alchemist. They both get banned out from Scarsdale, Cupertino, respectively. And we kind of wait on these next couple bands. We'll look into these next picks, kind of see what both teams are going to pick up. Let me lower the audio first. We'll master volume down low. Should be a little bit better. We see Venomancer get banned out.
Radiant team pick.
And now we go into our second phase of picks. And we've got Juggernaut. We've got Jakiro. I'm not too sure Shadow Demon's going to come into play with this Juggernaut right now. With the whole change to Illusions, it's not exactly the most ideal position anymore for a team. But they do have the Juggernaut. They've got the Jakiro. Maybe they look for their second support to come into this game. Could see them go with something like a Venge to come out. Or maybe a Witch Doctor. Two heroes, both have stuns, and the swap's always good. Get your cores out of the way. But they do go with the Sand King, so Sand King, we'll have to see where he goes. Could be in that off lane. Sometimes the off laners in competitive play, they throw them in the safe lane, especially someone like Sand King. You know, you level up that Caustic Finale, get yourself some early farm, get that early blink out of the way, and then your position 1 is in the off lane, but he is solo, so he's still getting those levels, trying to get as much farm as he can. But now with the Sand King, if he does have a blink going in that safe lane early, can find them potentially a bunch of kills early in the game for Cupertino. Scarsdale, they're looking at their third pick, and they are the defending champions from last season. So, Underlord, Ancient Apparition, something that can roll with this. Pit and Cold Feet can work well together. I have to see what they want to go with next, and it will be the Earth Spirit. So, Rolling Boulder, that's going to hit, be that slow. They do have the stun and silence from the Earth Spirit, so a lot of potential for kills early on by Scarsdale. You don't need too many levels to really make it work. Ancient Apparition and Earth Spirit can kind of be a roaming support gank team, if you will. And if they don't want to roll it that way, maybe Ancient Apparition sits with one of their cores while Earth Spirit roams around trying to get themselves some kills. So for the side of Cupertino, we do see the Storm Spirit probably going to push Jug into that safe lane role. But like I said again, Sand King, he could be in that safe lane, move Juggernaut into the off lane, but they still are going to be Juggernaut in that core position 1 and Storm mid with that core position 2. The only problem with rolling Storm Spirit this early in the draft, usually that's kind of something like a 5th pick, is now Scarsdale, with just their off-laner picked up, have the opportunity to really pick up a anti-mage. And if you're a Storm Spirit, you really don't want to be up against an anti-mage, uses that ulti, pops your entire team, if not does a heavy amount of damage with that ultimate coming in from anti-mage. So we'll have to see how Storm Spirit really is going to get played out by the side of Scarsdale now that they see it on the side of Cupertino. So they're going to go with the OD up against Storm. Not a horrible choice. And with an OD in your fights, you're looking to drop that Sanity's Eclipse early in the fights. Just wipe away all the mana on the side of Cupertino and then fight from there. And that's a solid pick going up against this Storm Spirit. You drain his mana really quick, especially from Jakiro, Sand King, and Juggernaut. Heroes that, without mana, aren't exactly that effective. And then you can have whoever's going to be Scarsdale's core come in and clean up the rest. So final ban is going to be Luna from Cupertino and Nyx from Scarsdale. And with the Nyx coming out, I don't think they're going to pick a Batrider. They do have a mid with OD. Underlord probably going to be in that off lane. They do need a safe laner. For Cupertino, they look to need another support. So they're going to actually go with the Medusa. And that's not a bad combination. Snake, Sanity's Eclipse, Stone Gaze. Just those two cores working together is going to be very interesting. And they are ranged, the two of them. With Ancient Apparition, you get that damage boost.
5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Which should be very nice, especially with OD hitting quickly once he gets that Dragonlance and Hurricane Pike. So last pick coming out from Cupertino, they've got Storm, Sand King, Juggernaut, Jakiro. Maybe they're going to run Sand King in the jungle. I don't really see that happening. Jakiro, very pushing efficient. I don't know what Cupertino's going to do with this last pick. It does seem as though that they need one last support. As the drafting is glitched. That's wrong. So 50 seconds left for Cupertino to pick up this last hero. See what comes out last for him. Something that kind of works well with this entire lineup. Maybe Silencer? Support Silencer wouldn't be too terrible. They're actually going to go with the Omni Knight, and that's not a terrible choice. You have Juggernaut. He's going to be your Diffusal carrier to try and bring down this Medusa. Omni Knight with the repel, it should be okay. But early on, there's definitely a lot of potential for kills on the side of Scarsdale. So, all right, it's a little different. I am not used to any of this. Yeah, we're still in.
Oh my God, it's
there we go.
time.
So I'm not too sure why it says kills, deaths, assists, last hits, denies. Probably, yeah, when we click on a hero to be in the top left, which doesn't make any sense because last hits and denies are going to be there. So for the side of Scarsdale, we've got Malone on the Ancient Apparition, Flounder with the Earth Spirit, Freedom Fries, Medusa on the Underlord. We are going to have B, and then finally OD going to be played up by Mar. On the other side, Cupertino, they're already smoked up. Nickel Pickle on the Jakiro, Sane on the Storm Spirit FE, Sand King, Acuna with the Omni Knight, and Memes Hard, not Meme Shard, on the Juggernaut. And they're all smoked up. They're looking to contest this top bounty rune. It's a little different than the previous patch, and you never really see people come in too hard. There's the Ice Path with the Blade Fury. Flounder will be the first to fall. Acuna gonna grab that first blood on the Omni Knight, so they're gonna be the ones with all that aggression. You can already see a little bit of glitching with the Storm Spirit cosmetics.
Time to man or woman up.
So they will grab the bounty rune, both teams. We're going to grab 2. It is actually Underlord grabbing the bottom bounty rune, which is Radiant side. So they do split 2, but first blood goes the way of Cupertino. And 1-0 already for that side. And in this best of 5, they're trying to bring down the defending champs of Scarsdale High School. Let's see if they can successfully do so. We take a look at this top lane. Freedom Fries on the Medusa up top with Malone on the Ancient Apparition Lacuna. Omni Knight all alone in the off lane. We take a look mid. Mar and Flounder are here. Earth Spirit heading up top. Possibly going to go for some kills on the Ancient Apparition. Mar in the mid lane up against Sane on the Storm Spirit. And we've seen him play the Storm Spirit before and was very effective in previous games. We see B solo off lane. Memes Hard is here with Nickel Pickle and Effie. They do have a lot of potential for kills. Burrow Strike, Ice Path, Blade Fury. And it could all of a sudden become trouble for B on this Underlord. So Lacuna already going to get pushed out of lane by Flounder, and Malone going to make it easy free farm for this Medusa. B with the Firestorm. He's taking 1 in Firestorm and 1 in Atrophy Aura. No Pit of Malice just yet. Nickel Pickle just kind of giving B a hard time while Memes Hard farms away. 7-2 mid for Mar, while 5-0 for this Juggernaut down low. Sane, he's pushed back to 3-1, not having the easiest time, and it's not going to be easy up against Mar, who's taken 2 in that Astral Imprisonment and 1 over in Essence Aura. So he's just trying to lock up Zane, make it harder for him to last hit, and he does have an early nuke with that Astral Imprisonment, and meanwhile down low, we're going to miss it. Memes Hard does kill B on the Underlord. We have the bounty rune picked up by Malone, and they're continuing to just make it a hard time for Lacuna with this Omni Knight in this off lane. So Firestorm going to be a bit long on Memes Hard. They're just trying to trade blows. Memes Hard the one who's really taking the brunt of this damage. 5 into Atrophy Aura. Memes Hard going to be down to about half health. He'll eat a tango. And B here does have a salve and 1 last tango. If Nickel Pickle does choose to use that Ice Path with Blade Fury, not enough mana just yet, but does have that mango if they choose to go in on the Underlord. And it looks as though they might start making their way over there with Effie coming in from the trees. So there's the Ice Path. Memes are going to eat that mango. Dual Breath going to slow down B. They're really trying for this kill. If they can just get the Burrow Strike, they should find it. 1 more hit, and B will go down, but the Firestorm out on Effie and Nickel Pickle. Effie's stuck in the trees, body blocked by Flounder, and it will be a 1-for-1 trade. So, take a look at this newly revamped fight recap. Abilities used, obviously wrong, as it says none. It does show that Sand King went down and Underlord B went down, and that's really a better trade for Cupertino. B, he's the offlaner. He's trying to get himself as much farm as he can, and already falling twice in this game. It's going to make that quite a struggle. So Sane, he's level 4. Mar, level 4, just about level 5. Effie comes in with the Burrow Strike, but they're not going to dig deep in for this kill on Mar. Be able to stay safe behind his tower just for a little bit longer. Take a look up top. We want to check out Freedom Fries. Has quite a lot of last hits right now. 16 and 11, doing all right with that farm. Has himself that Wraith Band early on and has saved up 350 gold. So they might want to make a move early on onto Freedom Fries. They're going to activate this shrine. That'll be down for 5 minutes up top, so just have to remember that if they do take a fight up here by Tier 1 or over by these 2 jungle camps. So Flounder grab that bounty rune, looking out for possibly grabbing this Storm Spirit, but he's not going to spot anything out on this Radiant side just yet. We take a look over at Mar, using that Astral Imprisonment to nuke down this wave, try and find himself a lot of last hits. Has himself that bottle and no talisman already. He's 27 and 5, and about 5 minutes in, guess we can switch this over to the net worth. We do see that Mars on top. Next up is Medusa. So even though Scarsdale High School is down 3-1, they do have the top two leading on net worth. That is OD and Medusa respectively. With Medusa and OD getting farm, it's not going to look good for Cupertino. They're trying to take this game early, not let it go too late. Because late game, it does look as though it's going to be all Scarsdale High School with Medusa late as well as an OD. So they do get the Burrow Strike with the Ice Path. Blade Fury coming in. Pit of Malice is not going to stop Memes hard, but one more shot, and he would have gone down. It's going to be Effie with the Caustic Finale that'll get the kill, and now out of the Blade Fury, he will be trapped up by the Pit of Malice. There's the Burrow Strike on two with the Ice Path hitting both of them. Dual Breath comes through. Flounder, he's in a bit of trouble with the Caustic Finale. It looks as though Flounder will pop, and Effie has one more hit. Malone maybe going to go for that kill, but now he's hit by the Jakiro and burning down quickly. Will have to eat a tango to keep himself alive. So Liquid Fire is only level 1. So not going to be deadly to Malone, but close enough. He's going to have to back off. Was looking for that last shot out on Effie on the Sand King. Well, Cuna, I'm not too sure you want to be up too far with that snake eating away at your mana, and now you use that purification. You're going to have to back off. Take a look mid. Mar in a bit of trouble. Effie is here. Caustic Finale. One more hit, and Mar will fall. Now they're looking for the Rolling Boulder. Going to be short. There's the stun with the kick. And Flounder will delete Effie off the map. So that 3-kill spree is gone. Flounder going to pick up about 400 gold. We take a look at the fight recap. Again, abilities not getting shown. About an even trade in gold. 6-3 Cupertino. But again, they still have this Medusa up top. Basically free farming. Going for this Yasha. Then the OD now dropping a third. But is a close second to the Storm Spirit Sane. Who's only got himself that bottle and soul ring right now. But he is looking for that early bloodstone. So we get a disconnect. B, gonna have to be waiting for him. Quick break makes it so we can go around the horn. Memes hard. He's got himself the phase boots. B, the one who disconnected. He's got himself boots of speed. Has a ring of health. See what he goes for first on that Underlord. I'm not exactly too familiar with an Underlord build. Up top, Freedom Fries. He's going for that Yasha. And already about to be level 7 with the Aquila and the phase boots already finished. And top of that net worth. Next up is Mar. Mar in the mid lane. Had an alright time. Sin at 20,900 net worth. Looking for that early Hurricane Pike. And we can just go back to B. Doesn't have anything queued up. Probably because he disconnected. Take a look over at Effie, looking for the early Blink Dagger. Only 200 gold to his name, so it will be quite a while. Looking to finish off these Arcane Boots is Nickel Pickle on the Jakiro. Insane looking to finish off these Treads. And then probably move into a Bloodstone. So. And for Ancient Apparition Malone, I'm going to go for that wand. So, net worth about 1,000 in favor of Scarsdale. It's starting to dip deeper down, and again, the later this game goes, the better equipped I feel that Scarsdale is going to be over Cupertino. So, TPing up top is Memes Hard. They'll be looking for a kill on this Medusa. Going to be a tough order. As Freedom Fries already backing off, can kind of sense the TPs coming up top, sees the heroes as well from Cupertino. They'll continue to push up top, maybe look for the first tower this game. in this
Radiant's
top
middle
tier
tower is
1.
under attack.
I have to see if they get it before Scarsdale. They're pushing the mid-tier 1, and it's already at half health. They haven't even made it to the tower yet, and it's only taken about 70 damage. So Cupertino, if they want to take that first tower, they're going to have to be quick on the ball. Zane, he's sipping in on Mar, going to bring him down to half health already. Rolling Boulder going to be off the mark, but there's the stun. And now he's in a bit of trouble. The ulti dropped down on Zane, and he'll be the one who falls. Mar is going to survive with just 10 health. So a great job by Flounder to get that Rolling Boulder and stun in with the Magnetize. Slows down Zane, and he'll fall, leaving Mar with 10 health to walk back to base. He's actually not going to walk too far. He'll actually make his way over to the shrine. No. Not even going to go all the way back. He'll fill up his bottle with the double damage. And there it is. There's the shrine play. So doesn't have to walk all the way back. He just goes to the shrine and he's back in the mid lane. And it's something different about 7.0 that kind of makes it easier for these mid laners. He does get harassed all the way down to 10 health, but quite quickly he's back in lane farming again, full bottle, and looking to grab himself level 9 and some more gold for this Hurricane Pike as quickly as possible.
Tower gonna fall over soon. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So stun, Zane in trouble again. Malone is here. Purification gonna hit on Flounder. The zip forward on Flounder. He hasn't Rolling Boulder too far away. There's the TP into the shrine. Zane in a bit of trouble, gets body blocked. There's the Burrow Strike coming out on Mar. Purification gonna keep Zane alive for just a little bit longer. Flounder still alive with just about 10 health. Mar hitting away at Nickel Pickle. He'll bring him down. Mar looking for more as Malone's gonna be the first one to fall on the side of Scarsdale. Follow that up with Flounder. He'll be the second. Mar hitting away at Effie. He'll be the second to fall on Cupertino. And now Zane with just a little bit more mana is trying to run away. There's the Omni Slash on Mar from Memes Hard. And it'll be a 2-for-2 trade as Mar is the next to fall on Scarsdale. Not going to be able to really chase down Freedom Fries that well. We'll just have to let him off the hook as he does get a kill with that Omni Slash on the OD Mar.
In your bottom.
So a bit of a spread out, sloppy fight. Mar does find himself a couple of kills. I would tell you how many, but it's under all this, which is fantastic. So we take a look at the net worth once again. It's back to 1,000 in favor of Scarsdale, but Cupertino, they're starting to make their way back. Juggernaut's got himself quite a bit of farm. He's got the Aqua, Poor Man's Shield, and Phase Boots. Now looking for a Yasha of his own. Probably going to go for that Manta, or Yasha in a Diffuser finishing the Manta. Could be his next move. Pit of Malice comes out with the Sanity's Eclipse dropped on Lacuna. He'll be the first to fall on Cupertino, followed up by Effie, but Malone's already taken a dive on Scarsdale. They might be looking for more Astral Imprisonment just to keep B alive. And Zane has fallen as well to Malone. And that's a 3-for-1 trade in favor of Scarsdale.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire structures are fortified. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So Scarsdale, they're turning this into early aggression of their own and extending this net worth lead. These fights, they, for the most part, really haven't included the Medusa Freedom Fries, who's very close to that Yasha and farming very well top of the net worth at 4,800. So mid again, Effie, he's going to get hit by that Ice Blast. He'll be the first to fall on Cupertino with the Macro Pyre down. Mar in a bit of trouble. Ice Path gets thrown with the Stone Gaze. They'll take Zane out again, and again, Mar will survive with little to no health. So a 2-for-0 trade. Scarsdale again, the benefactors of a fight. We'll just take this shrine down for 5 minutes, but they're all back up to full health. They might want to fight again in this mid lane, and we could see Flounder move in with the Rolling Boulder. Freedom Fries going to lead the pack. They do have this ward up top, so they do see Lacuna.
Radiant structures are fortified.
So, Magnetize comes out. Flounder just trying to find an escape. Ice Blast getting thrown into the mix. Ice Path will hit on Flounder, but the Magnetize doing a lot of damage. First one to fall is Nico Pickle. They're trying to go in on Freedom Fries, but I'm not too sure they have enough damage to really take down Freedom Fries. Malone is here with the cold feet, just trying to body block. There's the Barrel Strike coming out onto Malone. He'll be in a bit of trouble, but frozen up is Zane, and now Freedom Fries just starting to hit away at the side of Cupertino. They do activate this shrine, keeping alive the side of Cupertino, healing them all up to full, so now this is a harder fight for Scarsdale. Mar, he doesn't have that Sanity's Eclipse for another 12 seconds. He's stolen only 4 in. So they do finally bring down Freedom Fries. There's the Astral Imprisonment. Flounder might not get away. There's the Ice Path. It will connect with Flounder. Purification not in range. A couple more hits should bring him down, but Mar is here. He's back in the fight. He does have Sanity's Eclipse, but he's the only one here, and now he's going by his own shrine. Try not active yet. Pit of Malice is going to lock up 4. There's the Ice Blast with the Sanity's Eclipse. 3 have fallen on the side of Cupertino. Now Zane with no more mana be trying to go in. And now they've got Malone with the cold feet once again. Effie is here with the 2-man Burrow Strike. Forest Storm not going to be enough to bring down Zane. They're still chasing in on Effie and still trying to slow him down with Malone. So again, a little tongue-tie there as we see the Ice Blast, Pit of Malice, and Sanity's Eclipse all dropped to bring 4 down on the side of Cupertino. They kind of turn it around well enough as Mar holds out. And B and Malone come in.
Haste. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Why is this so bloody difficult?
So top 3 on the net worth. Again, it's Medusa OD and now B, who did have those early deaths. He's 3rd in the net worth, and it's a 5,000 net worth lead for Scarsdale. So it's looking pretty good for them. As I continue to repeat myself, saying they do most likely have this late game. Flounder, he's going to spot Nickel Pickle. There's the Ice Blast coming in on all 4 with the Magnetized. Pit of Malice is going to come in, and they are really going to take the ticks on the side of Cupertino. They will lose Effie, Lacuna, Memes Hard, and Nickel Pickle. They were in trouble, but they've got this healing ward and should be okay, as the rest of the team from the side of Scarsdale are not going to follow up. But again, Pit of Malice with the Ice Blast, that combination of the 2 with Magnetize this time. It is becoming quite a bit of trouble for Cupertino, and I'm not too sure they expected it with Underlord being so new to Captain's Mode. They haven't exactly been doing all too well up against this Underlord in the big team fights once he's got himself a little bit of farm. He's got that Vanguard, so he's going to be very hard to kill if the side of Cupertino do choose to go in on him. Throw Strike hits on Flounder. Here comes another Ice Blast, Pit of Malice again, and Effie will fall. Zane's still trying to commit for this kill on Flounder, and he will get it. Now the Ice Path hits on Malone. Malone in a bit of trouble, but Zane, he's getting very low. Purification not really doing all too much. There's the Omni Slash coming out on B. He's not dead just yet. Blade Fury to follow it up, and they will bring down 2. Malone's still alive. This courier hiding in the trees trying to juke this side of Cupertino will do so. Ice Path on the money from Nickel Pickle. One more shot should bring down Malone, and it will. So a 2-for-3 trade, the net worth in favor of Cupertino, and they've now pulled this Juggernaut 3rd in the net worth, trying to finish off this Manta style.
I was meant to have this.
While all that's happening, we take a look at Freedom Fries. Really doesn't mind all too much, as he continues to farm, continues to sit on the top of the net worth at 7,400, looking for this IF Scotty. And really not getting harassed out at all now with the Dragonlance. So 19-16 in favor of Scarsdale. They've got themselves about a 6,000 net worth lead, with 2 on the top of the net worth. Medusa OD pretty close to one another and in that 1-2 spot respectively. Again, I say that, and they're looking for this Hurricane Pike on Mar. Has the 4-star finished. Let's see. What's this courier bringing? Has Dragonlance and the recipe, and Mar is now up top with a finished Hurricane Pike. So we take a look over it. B might have found himself in a little bit of trouble. There's the Ice Blast going to hit on to the Repels out on Lasuna. He's trying to TP back to base. A couple more seconds, and he should be able to do so. And will. Now on the back end, Flounder is here. Silence and stuns up this Juggernaut. Trying to just run away, maybe bait them.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
He will just Rolling Boulder and TP out, and the side of Cupertino will not chase that. Especially near the shrine on the side of Scarsdale. They don't want to take a fight there anymore.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So let's... Ooh, Nico Pickle just going to run into Mar here with Effie and Zane. Ice Path hits. Burrow Strike. Mar in a bit of trouble. He will Astro imprison himself. The rest of his team is coming over, but he will fall before anyone gets here. So we take a look. 7.0. We've got these talents we're not really taking a look at all too much. We've got the movement speed on this OD, so plus 10 movement speed. Anybody else really have a talent just yet? Storm Spirit level 13 takes plus 20 damage instead of the plus 3 mana regen, so probably feeling pretty confident in getting that Bloodstone, getting those charges. We take a look over at the Medusa, level 15. 2 talents taken already, plus 15 damage, plus 10% on the evasion. Let me take a look over at this Jug. Level 14, no talents taken just yet. Omni Knight, plus 60 gold a minute. Always good for a support. And then we take a look over at Underlord B. He's got plus 2 regen. Malone, he's taking plus 60 gold a minute. A solid pick for every support. Plus 10 intelligence coming out for Flounder.
I'll take that as tribute.
Again, the net worth top 2, Medusa and OD. We take a look at this net worth graph. Now still 6,000 in favor of Scarsdale. On the bottom 2 of the net worth, it is going to be Effie, who has not found this Blink Dagger and is really desperately trying to find it. Without that Blink Dagger, he hasn't been too effective. He's been landing a couple Burrow Strikes when he can, but without it, the side of Cupertino can't be as aggressive as they'd want to be. Their initiator, which is Effie, struggles very hard without that Blink Dagger to get the Burrow Strike out, but they go for a 5-man smoke. They are going to run into B, picks up this Bounty Rune, and there is the Burrow Strike with the Ice Path, and the Ice Blast is going to hit on 4, so they get the Ice Blast on 4, but no real follow-up from Scarsdale. B's going to fall for being a bit too aggressive, a bit too far out. So it's the pickoffs like that Cupertino need to pull themselves back into this game. Guardian Greaves picked up by B now. Guardian Greaves Vanguard is going to be even harder to kill. You do need all 5 on the side of Cupertino to really make an effort to go after him. So with that kill, Cupertino, they're going to go for this Roche. They've got all 5 here, and now the Ice Blast is going to come in. Let's see if they followed it up. It's going to hit on all 3. Here comes the Rolling Boulder coming in with the Silence. Repel hits on Zane. There's the Burrow Strike. Magnetize comes in with the Sanity's Eclipse. They're trying to roll through on the side of Cupertino, and Stonegate is really not going to do too much. Macropyre is placed down with the Ice Path hitting on Freedom Fries. Here comes the Epicenter. Burrow Strike on Mar. So 2 will fall on the side of Scarsdale. They've lost Effie, but he's already gone out with that Epicenter. Freedom Fries hitting away at Memes Hard with the Pit of Malice, keeping Memes Hard in place. Nico Pickle and Memes Hard, they're in a bit of trouble. There's the Snake popping on Nico Pickle. Not enough, but that last hit will come in from Freedom Fries. B turns around, does spot Memes Hard, who's got that shrine to keep him back up. So B walks into Zane. Pit of Malice does lock up Lacuna. Now there is the Electric Vortex by Zane to lock up B, but it's really not going to do too much with the Guardian Greaves as well as the Vanguard. And just staying on the high ground is Zane. They just need a ward, and they will spot him. He's going to zip on down. Malone in a bit of trouble. Burrow Strike comes out on B, but there is the Pit of Malice. Again, gonna lock up Zane. Not gonna be enough to save Malone as Zane gets another kill. So Firestorm gets placed down, but really not doing anything as he's stopped by the Burrow Strike of Effie. Coming in with the Omni Slash is gonna be Memes Hard. Mar down to about half health. They're still trying to kill B. There's the Pit of Malice again, but only gonna lock up Illusions. So it looks as though the fight is over, and with everything all said and done, net worths kind of stay the same, but now you've got Memes Hard as well as Zane in the second and third spot on the net worth as Mars dropped down to fourth. So they're making up ground on the side of Cupertino and doing a pretty good job as Zane, with that Bloodstone, now it's 16 charges. I mean, we've seen him do it before. And by doing it, I mean ball out with a Storm Spirit. He is 9, 4, and 8. Medusa next 5, 1, and 2, and Mar at 5, 1, and 4. So Medusa almost level 20. See if he takes that 15 agility. Probably gonna, I would say that's much better than the 500 mana. We'll have to see what they choose. But coming in is Zane, and now again with that Vortex gonna lock him up with the Burrow Strike, Ice Path, and here comes the Ice Blast. That's gonna hit on 4, but the Blade Fury is gonna be the finishing blow, as well as Nickel Pickle, who will get credit for that kill on Freedom Fries. So takes all 5 on the side of Cupertino, but worth it when you bring down a Medusa. Cold Feet not going to latch down Zane. And Cupertino should be able to just get out and look for Roche. So again, they try for this Roche, and there's a boulder thrown forward at Nickel Pickle. He'll be stunned up. B, they know they're in this Roche pit. It's really not a secret. There's the Burrow Strike coming in. Zane, he's zipping forward with that repel. Vortex is going to lock down Mar in the Macro Pyre. They're trying to get the TP out with B. Mar is about to escape, but drops the Sanity's Eclipse before he goes. And Effie will say goodnight. Malone, he'll be the next to fall on the side of Scarsdale. 3 are dead. That's because the Medusa had died before, but they only lose an Earth Spirit and an Ancient Apparition while bringing down Omni Knight and Sand King. But Cupertino, they force back the side of Scarsdale, and we'll open up some more space for them to take this Roche. To go down, but it's really not fast enough. There's the Ice Path, not going to hit on anybody on the side of Scarsdale. Now they're in a bit of trouble. There's the Snake thrown forward at Nickel Pickle. One more shot. It should make him go down, and he will. So the Aegis actually picked up by B. And Scarsdale, they don't do any of the work, but they get the Aegis. And now they're looking for more, but Zane will zip to the high ground and get out of the grasp of Mar and B. So let's see. They actually get credit for the kill on Roche, as well as grabbing the Aegis on B. So Scarsdale, they do about 5% of the work on that Roche. Get the Aegis, get the gold. Really not how you want it to go for Cupertino. B is just a force to be reckoned with. There's the Pit of Malice, and here comes the Ice Blast. Meme Shard in a bit of trouble. He gets locked up by the Pit of Malice again, has to use that Blade Fury to get out. There's the Stone Gaze coming in from Freedom Fries, but not going to land on anybody on the side of Cupertino. And B, he's just walking around as a tank. That's all he really needs to be. There's the Ice Path with the Dual Breath and the Burrow Strike, trying to finally take down this Underlord, but it's just not enough. He's continuing to run away. The Pit of Malice stops Zane. He'll have to zip back. Here comes Flounder with the silence. No stun is going to hit on this Jakiro, but Scarsdale, they've taken down the tier 2. They're looking for a tier 3 in this mid lane. They've brought this Juggernaut down for the count. 38 seconds, no buyback, and they continue to move on forward. Effie, he's looking for that Burrow Strike, but not going to find it as he's going to get hit by that stun from Flounder. Mar in a little bit of trouble, but Zane, he's very low here. Gonna zip back to the high ground, get purified by his Omni Knight, so he's still alive, but they will lose Nickel Pickle, and still not gonna bring anybody down on the side of Scarsdale. So zipping forward is Zane, still looking for a kill on B. Burrow Strike gonna be short. Pit of Malice gonna root up Effie and Zane. Zane's got the repel, but they're gonna lose another, and that other is gonna be Effie. It is the same strategy. Try to grab B, finally kill him, and try and get out. And every time they've lost another person, they get locked up by that Pit of Malice just like that. And the Juggernaut with the Omni Slash, it's going to fly through, but only bring the side of Scarsdale a bit low. To Blade Fury past that Pit of Malice.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And Zane gonna come in again, continuing to zip and zap across this little lane in the mid lane, this tier 3, trying to defend it as much as they can, but again, they don't bring down anyone, and B will survive. The Dual Breath comes out, stun and silence onto Effie. And nobody dead on Scarsdale. Still, they zip in. Maybe this is the time. B, he's in a little bit of trouble, but Astral Imprisonment saves his life. Zane maybe going to get one. He'll finally bring down Flounder. Nobody dead on the side of Cupertino just yet. B, he might be in a little bit of trouble, but here comes the Ice Blast with the Sanity's Eclipse. Guardian Angel is popped by Lacuna, but it's not really saving anybody's life as Effie and Lacuna have gone down. B finally gets his Aegis popped, and that's really what they've only gotten for working that hard. So they do get the kill on the Earth Spirit, but B, now he's back alive with full health. Zane still trying to make something happen and continuing to work forward. Now he's rooted, just going to deny himself as he knew he had the cold feet on him and he was going to freeze over in just a moment. So he will be back alive after that sacrifice, still trying to come through. There's the cold feet back on Zane. He'll get out of the range and it will be no more, but they've taken this tier 3 and they are working on Rax. There's been no
Radiant's top tower is
moment
under attack.
for a quick breath on the side of Cupertino. Scarsdale, they continue to just push and push and push.
Radiant's tower got owned, son.
And it has really just become a struggle for Cupertino as they now find themselves down 15,000 net worth in this game 1. So Medusa does elect to go for the 500 mana. Interesting. Flounder, he's going to take that 10 intelligence, but I think we already knew that. Mar at level 19 has taken the 20 attack speed, just a tick away from level 20. See if he takes that intelligence. We take a look over at B, who's taking the 200 health, taking the 50 attack speed, and with that atrophy aura, the attack speed does sure do a lot. And Zane, he's here. He's got the 175 health and the 20 damage. He's going to try and zip and creep cut this creep wave right here in the top lane. Make it harder and harder for Scarsdale to push. So attack speed taken on Memes Hard. He's got himself that Diffusal as well as the Manta, and now they maybe look to defend the top tier 2. Radiance finished on Underlord. He's got Guardian Greaves, Vanguard, Radiance. He's really just the tank of all sorts. Zipping forward is Zane. They're trying to bring down Mar, but there's the stun, the silence, the magnetize, the Ice Blast coming in on 4. But they do finally bring down Mar. Zane continuing to work. There's the Stone Gaze. Zane in a bit of trouble. He'll zip far away. Memes Hard, he is here. He does not have that Omni Slash anymore. Nobody dead on the side of Cupertino just yet, but the first one to fall will be Lacuna. There's that Ice Path going to try and slow down Malone, and they will find him and bring down a second on the side of Scarsdale. There's the Pit of Malice is going to hit on Nickel Pickle, but in comes Zane. He's trying to find more kills. 3 are dead on the side of Scarsdale. They're going to try and bring down B, but Zane, one more shot, he will fall. B, he's hitting away at the entire side of Cupertino. He really does not care, but he finally falls to Nickel Pickle. And Nickel Pickle gets a double kill as they clean up the entire side of Scarsdale. So a 5,000 net worth change in favor of Cupertino with that big 5-man team wipe. And things, they're starting to look pretty good for the side of Cupertino despite losing that tier 3 mid.
Bad dudes, middle tower, everyone, go, now!
So Lacuna with the Guardian Greaves, Effie, Blink Dagger looking for that Ags. Take a look over at Zane, who's now down to 11 Bloodstone charges. Not too bad, trying to finish off that Hex. Memes Hard. Looking for a Scotty of his own. here with that pipe, as well as 125 cast range, which is always nice. This Medusa has the Maelstrom, Scotty, Dragonlance, Phase Boots, as well as now 500 mana instead of the agility, but we knew that. Mar, Hurricane Pike, BKB, down to 8 seconds. And really not much else. He's kind of fallen out of the top 3, not by much now in the 5th spot, but going back and forth with Zane.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Guys, you need to defend here.
So Zane, he's kind of having a game right now. Doing pretty well at 10, 6, and 15. Next is Memes Hard at 9, 3, and 15. Next 4 are on the side of Scarsdale. And despite what I said about late game really being in favor of Scarsdale, Cupertino, they're doing quite well. And now Zane, he's going to catch B. He's silenced up, but he's already got that TP off. There's the Burrow Strike, but he will successfully leave. But that is on cooldown now for 100 seconds, so no more big escapes for B anymore.
Not heresy.
So zipping forward is Zane going to get the silence out onto this Earth Spirit, but with that Glimmer Cape and no detection, he'll be free to go. So Scotty finished by Memes Hard. Rod of Atos here for the OD, and if you didn't read the patch notes, it's now a 2-second route. It's a lot better. Malone being a greedy support. We're not going to see Flounder go down. We're taking a look at Malone, who's being a greedy Ancient Apparition. Has Ags going for Octarine Core. And it kind of seems as though Scarsdale, with their supports, not taking the game maybe that seriously, but it is a best of 5, so maybe they're trying something out. But they had this lead, and they have the better team comp, in my opinion. And now they've got the silence out on B. Going to use those Guardian Greaves, purge the silence. Still trying to run away. Burrow Strike does hit. And there's the Astral Imprisonment. And Epicenter getting charged up. But the Cold Feet! It's going to stop him in his tracks. There's the Rod of Atos. Effie in a whole bunch of trouble. But the Repel will come out. No Pit of Malice to lock him down. And there's the Burrow Strike to get a little room between him and Scarsdale. But he charges up that Epicenter and does not get out of the range of that Cold Feet. He gets frozen over. And the Epicenter has 0 impact. Might have been able to get B if it didn't happen. So Freedom Fries here with B. Going to be a tough kill if the side of Cupertino do go in on him, but B, he's a bit far out. There's the Pit of Malice with the Firestorm, Ice Blast, Omni Slash coming all the way through, and B will go down for 82 seconds. So he does have buyback, and without B, they're not in too much trouble on the side of Scarsdale. He is just a damage eater for the side of Scarsdale, making it so Mar and Freedom Fries can kind of just hit away at the side of Cupertino. So without him, they're not in too much trouble, but they'll probably look against fighting without him. Zane comes all the way through. BKB popped by Mar just to back off. And Zane, he's popped the BKB. Here comes the TP in from Flounder. He's going to have that Glimmer Cape. Fonder going to try and throw that stun. I'm not too sure he really wants to be out too far from his team. The side of Cupertino could take him and pop him quite quickly if he stays too far out. But now they're going to head over towards Roche. And Cupertino, they're hoping the same thing doesn't happen again, where they do all the work to grab this Roche, and they're the ones who don't end up with the kill or the Aegis. So Dual Breath comes out on Freedom Fries and Mar, but the Rod of Atos is going to lock down Nickel Pickle. Here comes the Epicenter on to Mar. Guardian's Angel pop by Lacuna. And now with this Stone Gaze, going to lock up 3 on the side of Cupertino. There's the Magnetize coming through. Effie going to drop. Lacuna going to drop. They're going to try and bring down this Roche. The kill goes the way of the Dire once again. The Age is picked up by Zane, so it's technically a snatch, but Memes Hard is going to fall. And they will be able to take out Zane twice. So it's a full 5-man wipe for Scarsdale. Again, a risky play going for that Roche on the side of Cupertino as they lose all 5. There was nothing Zane could really do once he had lost his team around him. So Scarsdale going to look for their first set. Iraq still tier 2s in the top and bottom lane for Cupertino. So if there's a silver lining for anything, that's it. We'll see if Scarsdale just pushes down mid and looks for the throne.
Okay, that really is GG. Good guys, middle racks is in pieces. Green Dude's top thing is about to get knocked over. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So Scarsdale, though, make the rotation into the top lane, take this tier 2 up top, and they're looking to extend that lead up back to 15,000. So they'll look to grab another tier 3, look to push once again. Lacuna going to use that repel. Coming in is Zane, trying to bring down Mar, but going to get stunned and silenced up is Zane. Now there's the Pit of Malice with the Ice Pass going to hit on 2. But Zane will already fall and getting a little too aggressive there. 57 seconds. No buyback. Omni Slash comes on through, but not really doing too much with all the creeps there. BKB pop by B. They're pushing back the entire side of Cupertino. B doing a very good job. There's the Rolling Boulder. Pit of Malice on 3 with the Magnetize. Here comes the Epicenter. B in a bit of trouble. Magnetize pretty well placed, and B will fall. Falling next is Effie. Memes are going to fall as well, so they've lost 2 of their cores, as well as Effie and Lacuna, but they'll both buy back, and they'll be without their Juggernaut and Storm Spirit for 70 and 15 seconds. So Nickel Pickle and Lacuna going to try and hold. There's the repel out of that Rod of Atos root. Nickel Pickle, a couple more shots, might be in a bit of trouble. Going to get hit with that purification to keep him alive, and Zane back alive, but they do lose that tier 3 up top. See if Zane gets aggressive again, but with the game on the line, I'm not too sure how aggressive you really want to be. He's going to zip on forward. Fonder and Freedom Fries, they do catch a glimpse of Storm Spirit, and now he's continuing to come in. There's the Ice Path with the Electric Vortex. Freedom Fries in a bit of trouble. Now silenced up. Lacuna now getting very low. There's the Guardian's Angel, but Effie will fall. So they've lost another one, and this is kind of a repeat of what happened mid. Zane goes in, they lose 1, and Scarsdale continue to push. This Lotus Orb is keeping the side of Cupertino back, and with that, they know they cannot take this game 1. They will call GG, and Scarsdale will take a 1-0 lead in this final best of 5. So a bit of an anticlimactic end to game 1, but we still have more games to go. That's the end of game 1. I'm your caster, BCop92, on Twitter at BCop92. I'm on Twitch, twitch.tv/gaming for Gelt. It'll be in the chat. Got game 2 coming up next. Thank you guys for watching. We'll be back in just a moment.